What's up guys, Zero here back again with another album review on the worldwide interwebs. In today's review, I'm going to be talking about the second studio album by Aries called Believe in Me Who Believes in You, which was released in November of 2021. By the way, before I start this review, I just want to say that I'm actually very surprised to see that nobody on YouTube has reviewed this album yet. Yeah, just putting that out there. Believe in Me Who Believes in You is the follow-up to 2019's Welcome Home, which was revealed to be in development in October of 2020 when the first single Fool's Gold was released, and marked a huge turn in Aries' sound. Like I said, fans were used to the emo side of Aries' musical style after Welcome Home, and Fool's Gold marked a significant change in sound. It's a lot brighter, happier, and more upbeat of a song compared to anything on Welcome Home, or even any of the singles released before Welcome Home, such as Genie and Dead Man Wonderland. The same type of sound would later be explored once again in Conversations, a song released by Aries in December of 2020, which was later shelved from the project after it was supposed to be on the project. Aries released two more singles from the album, Ditto and Kids on Molly, and it seemed very clear that Aries was looking to experiment with different types of sounds. He wasn't looking to make Welcome Home Part 2. The album was then released in November of 2021. Many fans hold the opinion that Believe in Me is not nearly as good of an album as Welcome Home, mainly due to the fact that many fans have grown so attached to the emo rap sound that Aries had become known for. I honestly disagree with that. I think Believe in Me is subjectively a better album than Welcome Home, and it's an extremely solid follow-up that deserves just as much praise as Welcome Home, if not a little bit more. The sound is admittedly a lot more commercialized and radio-friendly, which might turn some people away from it, but Aries manages to keep things consistently interesting and unique with smooth beat switches, a neat experimentation between bright, fluttery alternative pop and bass-heavy emo trap, and performances that much more greatly show Aries' confidence as an artist. He didn't want to make a Welcome Home Part 2 like I said before, and I will forever respect that since this is what we got instead. And also, like I said before, I might even argue that Believe in Me is a better and much more ambitious and experimental album, which works in its favor most of the time. It's honestly going to be hard to pick a short list of highlights from this album because this album is much longer than Welcome Home as well, but I'll do my best to keep it brief. My favorite track on this project has to be Kids on Molly, which features a much more raw and grungier sound than the polished mainstream pop of songs such as Ditto and Fool's Gold, since it has distorted guitars and punk drums and whinier melodies, and I think it works super well in Aries' favor. It was a big step back from the other singles, but it mostly works really well. It's outside of his comfort zone, and I respect that a lot. The song is a huge earworm, especially in the chorus, and I think Aries gives one of his best vocal performances yet. His ability to switch between melodies and octaves so effortlessly is what makes Aries such a talented vocalist. His higher melodies work well for the more polished parts, and his deeper and raspier natural melodies work even better for more raw cuts. I also really admire the debut single Fool's Gold, which is such an experimental and ambitious track that only benefits from its dazzling production by none other than Aries himself, which, if you guys didn't know, Aries produces most of his music with his friend Slippery Salazar. Featuring a much more polished pop rock sound with heavy 808s and trap drums, the song is so iconic because it's what marked Aries as a mainstay artist in the modern music scene, thanks to how much of an A-game he brings to this song. His vocal performances are phenomenal, especially in the second half of the song, when he puts vibratos and octaves to good use. The writing he provides this time around talks about how he's so content with the life that success and fortune has brought him, and how he doesn't really have time for negativity anymore, and it never feels superficial or braggadocious for the sake of flexing. It feels true to the heart. It feels like true happiness coming from the heart. There really is just too many good things to say about the song and how it was the perfect lead single from the project. Even songs like ETA and Riding that feature a much more mainstream type of sound feel so creative and experimental in hindsight, thanks to how unique Aries makes his production. Nothing ever feels samey or predictable despite having similar sounds to each other, and Aries continues to take the limits farther. Even songs like Outdated and Easy, which feature much more of a Welcome Home styled sound than most of the other tracks on this album, still feel very unique in their own ways, and the topics that are talked about on those songs, especially on the song Outdated, where I believe it's about divorce, it's about parents having a hard time and deciding whether they want to stay together or not, and doing drugs to cope with the pain and all that kind of stuff, which is also, by the way, one of my favorite tracks on this album. Even with the more somber sound to those tracks, it just still feels like it belongs right on this album. Overall, like I said in the beginning, Believe in Me Who Believes in You is an extremely solid and ambitious follow-up to Welcome Home that doubles down on the experimentation and gives some of Aries' best performances and production to date. Every song, even the ones that I don't prefer all that much, but though to be fair, there's very few and far between, clearly comes straight from the heart with what it's trying to do, and nothing ever feels superficial. This is a man making the type of music he truly loves, and it will forever show greatly on this project, and I really hope that Aries releases an album this year because doesn't seem like we're getting one anytime soon. Aries Believe in Me Who Believes in You gets a very strong 9.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching my review of Believe in Me Who Believes in You by Aries. I know this album came out a while ago, but I wanted to talk about it for two reasons. One, because Aries is my favorite artist right now, and two, because like I said before in the beginning of the video, I'm actually very surprised to see that not many people have reviewed this album yet, so I wanted to be the first. But until the next one, my name is Zero, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.